kids! It's been over a week since my last video. And so I've had 7 full mail days to get stuff. And I have quite a bit. First off, Girl on a Train. Went and saw that at the drive-in with my husband. It was good. I liked it. I think I would have liked it better if I had not read the book and so I knew what was going to happen. Because it did follow the book. I was impressed by that. It was good. It was good. It's definitely worth seeing. So, go see that. Okay. Oh. Now, it has cooled down here recently, like yesterday and the day before. But let me tell you, it should not be 85 degrees in October, and I should not have mosquito bites in October. Yeah, that needs to... No. Okay. So what has gone on in the stitching community this past week that has caught my eye? Number 1. Someone commissioned Long Dog samplers to design a piece for them, I guess for an anniversary. And they finished it. And they said it took them a year to stitch it. Oh my God. It looks amazing. So I'm going to insert a picture of the finished piece here. Yeah. Doesn't that look great? Oh my God. Okay. Number 2. Someone in one of the Facebook groups I belong to stitched something on 84 count silk gauze. 84? I'm going to insert a picture here because they posted a picture of the finished piece. Oh my holy God. Even if you did it over 2, that would still be 42 count. No. No. I couldn't. No. I don't go. No. No. I don't stitch on anything higher any more than 32 count. Although I have stitched on 40 count before, which turns into 20 when I did it over 2, but I looked at silk gauze. I can't do it. I don't have the mental wherewithal for that. 84 count? Okay. Now, the next thing is pretty funny. I belong to a Facebook group called the Subversive cross-stitch group, and I don't know if any of you belong to it, but obviously Subversive, there's a lot of cuss words and stuff in the cross-stitch pieces. Someone stitched the F word 8 different times, and they framed them like in different ornate frames and kind of put them all together. And it just caught me so funny because I thought, oh my God, that would look awesome in my office, like all stitched together and just hung at different lengths. So I have a picture of that here, of what they did. I would love to do that. Oh my God, I would. I told my husband, he was like, yeah. Are you kidding? Yeah. Okay, now, the most fantastical, unbelievable, mind-blowing thing that happened this week. And I know a lot of you saw this because the post had like, I want to say 300 comments. I know I'm close. It was like 275. The woman whose neighbor had come over with her 4-year-old son, and he cut her trick-or-treat Haid piece in half off of her scroll frame. I'm just going to put a picture up right here of it. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I saw that and I literally was like sick to my stomach. So many questions. Number 1, Why are you letting your 4-year-old son play with scissors? Number 2, how is he... I am so speechless at this. I was so... Oh my God. To cut across that like it was, that wasn't done in like 2 seconds. That took a little bit of time. And even if you don't do cross stitch, you know what it looks like. And you know you shouldn't be cutting it. It's on a scroll frame. My mind, I don't even know. You can see me like stuttering. I don't even know what to say to that, except I would have been in jail. I would have needed bail money. I swear to God. I would have literally went insane and been like a crazy lunatic person. I'd have been screaming, probably like, get the F out. I would have been oh my God, oh my God. No, And she had gotten really far on it. Like, oh my God. And then someone brought up a comment that said, are they sure that the woman didn't do it? The mother, instead of the 4-year-old son? Because as I started looking at it more, the cut looked neat. Like, I would think a 4-year-old would be all cutting weird and cockeyed, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't have kids. I don't know. But I'm thinking 4, you're not precise. Right? And she said, the woman said, oh, my son likes to cut things. Are you effing kidding me right now? No. Nope. No. Whole lot of no. No. Okay. Back to like good stitching stuff. Okay. Clouds Factory released a new pattern in light of the upcoming election called United States Presidents. And if you haven't seen it, here's a picture. I really love this. Now, I didn't buy it. Shocker, right? Yeah, I didn't buy it. But I really like it. I love the border on it. And that would be a really neat piece to stitch. It's pretty big, and the pattern's like $25. But yeah, so can't wait to see someone stitch that and see what that looks like, stitched. Okay, what did I stitch on this week? If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen. Let me take a sip. Sippy sip. Love that. Coffee! Okay. I have been working on Satsuma Street's Autumn Bird. And I love this pattern so much. I love the colors. Here's what I've done. I've gotten really far. Because I only have like, just down here, I'm finishing the leaves. And that's it. I might have this done this week. Yeah, I've been stitching like a mad woman on this. Part of my haul, I think I showed this last week. I made this needle minder. No, I don't think I did show it. Yeah, I got some buttons in the mail. And so I made this needle minder. Autumn is my favorite. Love that. And then I got this Q-Snap grind guard from, I want to say it's M. Kissa Creations. It's like fall paisley colors. I love it. But yeah, isn't that looking good? I'm going to be done that soon. And it's funny because sometimes I'll stitch downstairs in my room and I have like overhead circle lights, track lighting. I don't know what that's called. They're in the ceiling, but it's a couple little ones. And then when I come upstairs and I stitch under this lamp, oh my God, the colors look so awesome because that's a daylight lamp. It looks so much better. Yeah, I'm loving that piece. So I did stitch on this mostly, and I just shook the friggin' table. I also stitched a little bit on my August Peridot Fairy by Mirabilia. And I know I'm going to disappoint some people when I say this. I can't stitch Mirabilias. I just think at this stage of my life, they're just not for me. I wasn't feeling it. I went and tried to work on it a couple days in a row, and I'm just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. So I put that one to the side. I'm probably not going to work on that. And I just bought like 2 Mirabilia patterns too. I bought Feather Fairy, I bought Snow Queen. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I have so many other things I want to stitch that aren't that big. I don't know, but so I'm not going to be stitching on those. Not right now anyway. So I will enjoy all of your progress though, because man, they are some beautiful, beautiful patterns. Okay, so that was all the stitching I did this week. Because I'm really trying to get that done, because here's my plan. Plan! The P word. The P word. When I finish the Autumn Bird, and I know I've tried a rotation before and it didn't work, I'm hopeful that this can work. I think what happened with my other rotation is that I tried to work on too many things, like one project a day, which is ridiculous because I'm never going to see progress. I am going to try, and I'm saying try because if this doesn't work, I'm just going to go back to stitching one at a time. I'm going to put 4 projects in a rotation and work on one project a week. And then the next week, go to the next one until I have something done out of those 4. And then I'll slip something else in there in those 4. Because I figure in a week, I should see some progress. Because I have so much I want to stitch. And I just, doing one all the way to completion, it's nice because you're going to have a finish, obviously. But it'd be nice, you know, the next week to be able to look forward to working on something else with different colors and fabric and yeah. So that's my goal with that. I'm going to try that as soon as I finish the Autumn Bird, which is probably going to be this week. Like I said, I don't have that much more to stitch on that. Okay. 30 count Old Salem linen. Fabric. You know I love fabric. And I was just telling my husband the other day, out of everything that I buy stitching related, bags, needle minders, fabric, patterns, fabric is my favorite. Because for me, that's the only way to make it personal. I mean, you can change colors and patterns, and I have done that. But fabric is the way to make it unique for you. Because I never stitch something that, I never stitch it on the fabric it's called for. Never. Nope. No. Rarely. I probably have, but no, I don't. I ordered some 30 count Old Salem linen because I ordered 2 patterns from the Primitive Hare, the Red Riding Hood and the Snow White, which they're awesome patterns. I can't wait to stitch those. But the linen, it looked so beautiful in the picture, and I got it, and I didn't like it. It smelled good. It smelled like coffee. But thank God for Stash Unload, because I sold them right away. People love that shit. So, sold them. Okay, my haul. And I didn't think I was even going to get that much in this week. Okay. I'm going to preface this showing my haul, though, by saying that this morning, before I shot this video, I decided, and I hope you're sitting down for this, that next year, I joined the Stitch from Stash 2017 group. I did. And I know I've come on here before and I've talked about you should be able to spend what you want. I'm not going to justify anything spending, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be honest. My spending has gotten out of control. I have haul every week. I have had haul every single week in every one of my videos. I can't possibly stitch everything I keep buying. I'd have to live till I was like 150 and not buy anything. I have a lot of fabric. I have a lot of bags. I have a lot of needle minders. I have a lot of patterns. I have a lot of all of it. And there's more coming. I mean, I've ordered a bunch of fabric over the past couple weeks that hasn't come in yet. Die Stitch Love, she's closing her website down except for Fabric of the Month on Halloween. So I went there yesterday and bought 3 pieces. I'm like, damn it, I never ordered anything from her except 1 piece of fabric and her Fabric of the Month. And yesterday, and this morning, I just bought like a couple more Halloween patterns because I have an obsession. I'm like a drug addict. Halloween patterns. I think I own every single Halloween pattern out there now. But yeah, no, I'm serious. I really have to get a handle on it. Because even though I love buying all of the stuff, I spend a lot. My bank account will do better. My mental wherewithal will be better because I do. I feel guilty. I feel bad sometimes about buying so much and not getting a lot done. And the less I buy, the more I'll have to spend on framing because I get all of my pieces framed. And I think overall, I'll just feel better. I will feel better inside. And my videos may be a little bit more boring because I won't have so much haul, but I have until January 1st. This doesn't start until January 1st. So I'm going to try to rein it in because that's like 2.5 months away. But you'll still see some haul up until then. And I do still belong to 4 Fabric of the Month clubs. I belong to 10, if you can wrap your brain around that one. But I cut that down to 4. I still belong to Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, Under the Sea Fabrics, Die Stitch Love, and Crafty Kitten. Crafty Kitten, it's a pretty good deal. For being overseas, you get 2 pieces, or at least the one I signed up for. I get 2 pieces of 18 by 27 fabric, which is a fat quarter, and it's only like $33 a month, something like that. It's something very reasonable, and I really like her fabric. So I stayed in that one, but I recently canceled like 6 other ones, and I don't get the bag of the month anymore from So Much to Love. I have like 12 of her bags. I mean, the one I'm going to show you, because I got the Halloween one, that's going to be my last one. Yeah, I just can't keep amassing all this stuff. So, and I have enough needle minders to last me for my lifetime. You know, I've almost filled the second cart, the IKEA cart. Yeah, it's madness. So, I'll take donations though. If anybody wants to send me shit. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. No. Okay, I'm just going to get right into it because I have a lot of haul. Alrighty. First one, I can't show you the pattern because it's a digital one and it didn't really have a cover page like some of them do. But it is from, who's the designer? I think it's called Stitchy Fox. I'll find it and put a link down below. But here's a picture of someone who stitched it, and this is what caught my eye. You know I have to stitch that, and it's pretty small, so I could probably get that done in like 2 days. It says, and my husband, you know, I love him, but he's funny. So I showed him the pattern and I said, oh my God, look at this. And he goes, oh, for sake. Really? I said, it says oh for fox sake instead of the F word. He's like, ah. Oh my God, I love that. And the one that they stitched on, it looks so great. Yeah, got to stitch that. And I think I'll send it to Vanna for finishing because it's small. Like, I'll get like a cube or something and put it on my shelf. Yeah, love that one. So got that. And then if you follow Stitch Mania, you all are in Stitch Mania. I put a post on there Saturday that I took my Hocus Pocus up for framing. And you know, I always go in the framing with a plan. Like I went in there and I thought, okay, I'm going to get a black frame. Now, I don't ever get glass and I rarely get mattes on my framing, which cuts the cost down. But I like decorative frames. I like, if you saw my finishes video, a lot of the frames I have some sort of design on them. That's just me. So I went in there thinking, I want a decorative black frame. Well, none of them caught my eye. I looked at many, I put them up against the fabric and I'm like, there weren't any that caught my eye. So I kind of go with it when I'm in there. So I started looking at purple frames because you know me in purple and there is purple floss in the stitching. Excuse me. So I found a purple frame and it's like a lighter purple and it has a shimmery finish and it almost looks like, I have a frame, I'm looking at it right now. I framed a needlepoint piece in like a white cream frame that has the same design. I think it's going to look cool. It's different. It's kind of outside the box as far as framing, but hopefully I'll have that back within the month and I can show you guys. But believe it or not, now that piece isn't that big, okay? The framing, no glass and no mats. It still cost me $74 to get it framed. Yeah. So luckily they let you pay half down and then the other half when I go to pick it up. So that wasn't too bad. But of course, when I was there, I can't just get the framing and leave. No. Next year I will be, 2017. Now, as a little side note, you get to set a budget because you still get to spend money because I don't have every one of my projects kitted up. So I'm still going to have to buy threads. Now, my husband is getting me the entire DMC set for Christmas, as I've mentioned a couple times in previous videos. So that's going to go a long way to helping with that. I figure my budget, which I set at the max, it was $25 a month, which, man, I'm going to be patting myself on the back spending only $25 a month. Because that's like pennies compared to what I had been spending. I figure it's going to be specialty threads because for a lot of these projects, they call for GAST or Weeks Dye Works, and I love those threads. So that's where that's going to be. But I'm really hoping my plan, the P word, my plan is at least in the beginning to stitch on projects that I already have all the threads for. So because your budget, the $25, if you don't spend it, it rolls over. So I was hoping by like, if I go to a retreat, 'cause I go to a retreat every May, by then I'd have some money built up. And when you finish something, you get to add something to your budget. So I'm hoping to have some money, you know, that way I can maybe kit up a whole project at once instead of just buying threads or something. So we'll see, because I have a notebook. I'm going to be keeping track of this and being held accountable in that group. And on my videos, I will be mentioning to you guys all about all that. So, okay, anyway. Stitch and post. So I went in there and I didn't even look at fabric because I probably would have bought something, and I have so many fabric orders out there that I thought, nope, I'm not even doing it. I just looked at their patterns and I got 3 patterns. Now this is a designer I had not heard of and I had never seen this pattern. Halloween. It's called White Lion Needle Art Designs and it's called Halloween Jumble. Let me try to get that glare off of there. Isn't that cool? You know me and words. I love words. So I love that. Have to get that. Yeah. So I got that one. And then, see, if you ever go to LNS and they have all their stitched models, that's like the kiss of friggin' death, isn't it? They had this wall of like autumn themed stuff. I shouldn't even walked over there. Now, I've never owned any drawn thread patterns. I love them. I got 2 of them. I got Simply Autumn. They had this one stitched up. The leaves are done in a satin stitch. Love that. Yeah, had to get that one. And then I got Trick or Treat. Love that one too. Halloween. I swear to God, not only can I stitch from stash next year, I could probably declare all of 2017, and I said this before, the year of Halloween stitching. I have in my stash Halloween patterns the most. I probably have 20 or 25. More coming. I ordered more. What did I just order from 123 Stitch this morning? I ordered Plum Street Samplers Double Double Toil and Trouble. I've been looking at that pattern for like 2 months. Yeah, I ordered it. Okay. Oh, and by the way, when I went to the stitching post, and I think I can show the pattern because it's a free one, they had, you know, the sleds that you can stitch on perforated paper? They had that as their pattern of the month, and they gave you this whole alphabet. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, because, and here's like one of the sleds. I don't really care for the sleds, but I think I might stitch my initial and maybe get that finished into like a little cube or something and put that on my shelf. Yeah, I really like that. So that was cool. Something for free, which, let's face it. Okay. Now, I don't even know where to begin. I'm going to begin with needle minders. Of course, I got the Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries limited edition Christmas one. Isn't he cute? Yeah, I like those. Got that. And then I got, okay, besides the autumn one that I showed you that I made 2 other ones. Now, I know I told you that E6000, that stuff is the devil. I had it all over my fingers, on work papers. It oozed out of the tube. When I set it down, I was like, oh my holy God. I wound up using Gorilla Glue. Worked like a friggin' charm. So, I also made these two. Heavy sigh. Man, that's my mantra. I should friggin' wear that pin on my sweater. Because I'm always like... And then, can you see that one? Yeah, shit list. It says, congratulations, you are all on my list. And the little poop's saying, yay! Yeah, I had to have that one. Now, I would like to make some more of these, but I have a hard time finding sellers online that sell like quirky pins like this. These are 1 1/4 inch. So if any of you have any websites where you get some of these, let me know. Because before December 31st comes, maybe I'll get some more and make some more needle minders for myself. But yeah, so I got those. And then I ordered some from Abby, Bella Stitch. Oh my God, they're the needle minders I have coming. Minding My Minders, she's closing down, so I ordered like 6 from her because she's having like a sale, so I ordered a bunch. I ordered a bunch from a bunch of people. God, I'm telling you, the haul is coming. This is why I'm doing the Stitch from Stash, people. I have to stop. I have to. Okay. Now, ever since I've started watching Abby's videos, I've become slightly obsessed with Hello Kitty. I have the So Much to Love bag, and I got a Hello Kitty needle minder from her. This thing is almost as big as my head. I did not know it was this big when I ordered it. And I opened up the package and I went, oh my God, look how big that is. I'm going to try, let me hold up the fabric so you can see. Oh shit. Needle minder stuck together. Okay, here's a good example. Now here's the pin. Look how big that is. I like it. I will use it. It's giant. Giant. Giant Hello Kitty face. Okay. And then I also got some other ones because I can't just get one. I got a glittery heart. I love coffee. Nail polish bottle. Oh my God. And then she sent me the piece of candy for free. So thank you, Abby. Love those. And here, I'm going to flip this around because it has her group and everything on the back. If you are not a member, go and join. She puts these cool little things on the back to hold the magnet. Yeah, she's very awesome. So thank you again, Abby. Okay. Patterns. I have become obsessed with the primitive hair. Now, the Stitch and Post, my LNS. They have a lot of her patterns in there, so that's pretty awesome. They're starting to carry her stuff now. So, I was looking at Plum Street Sampler's blog. I'm telling you, Facebook and Instagram, the death of me as far as like stash and stuff. She went to the Shepherd's Bush retreat, which, man, that'd be an awesome retreat to go to. And she showed some pictures of their finished stitching in the shop. And she showed this picture. I'm going to put up. I'm going to put it up. Just look at this. Okay. So I saw that pattern and was like, oh my God, what is that pattern? And so I went in Google and put in spooky countdown, and it's primitive hair. So of course I had to go to her Etsy store and get it. That's a better picture that I just showed you from the blog though. So yeah, that's so awesome though. It's like an advent calendar for Halloween. So I got that one. And I've also become obsessed with Satsuma Street ever since stitching the Autumn Bird. Where is that other one? Okay, I bought 2 patterns from her this week. I bought this one. I've been eyeing this one for a while, Arcadia. I love that. It's only done in a couple colors, but some of the gold is sparkle thread. And I have a piece of aqua fabric that this will go on. Oh my God. It reminds me of a Buddhist temple I went to in college when I had to do a report on Buddhism for my religion group, or religion class I had to take. And we had to go visit a temple. So that reminds me of that. Love that. And I also bought another one of her patterns. And I already had the fabric picked out for it. Sometimes fabric just calls to you when you see a pattern, right? This is a companion piece to the autumn bird that I'm stitching, the forest. And I think it uses a lot of the same colors. And I'm going to stitch it on Navajo Flame from Die Stitch Love, which was the fabric of the month for September. And here, I'll hold that up. This is 32 count Joblin. I think it'll look really good on there. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like a blue tree? There's a blue tree in there. I love the bright colors. So many pretty colors. And I got some fabric from Sparklies, a company I have grown to love. Now, this fabric is dark, and you know me and stitching on black fabric, but I'm really going to give this a shot because this fabric is gorgeous. It's called Dark Goddess, and I got 32 count Murano because she doesn't carry 32 count Joblin. Look at this. Isn't that cool? And the pattern I want to... This is why I ordered this fabric. Doctor Who. Won't that look good on there? Now, I might change the red in there to like a bright pink or a purple. But yeah, this is really dark. But it's not black, so I think that's going to look really cool. This reminds me of like grapes or berries or something. But yeah, it's called Dark Goddess. How could I not stitch on that? Okay. I also got 2 patterns. I don't even remember from where. Just have so much. I got Lottie Da's Something Wicked because I saw I saw Tammy from Color Cascade Fabrics had stitched it. And she changed the sock. She changed it to like a bright pink. I like that idea. So yeah, had to get that one. And then I got, is it Jardin Privé? Quaker Halloween. Love that one too. I've never even stitched Quaker pattern. I don't think. I'm looking. No, I don't think so. Love that. Halloween. Halloween. Obsessed. Totally obsessed. Now, from my last videos, a lot of you emailed me or commented on my video and said, did you know that Just Cross Stitch had released a DVD of the Halloween issues? Nope. Because I'm an idiot. And I didn't know that until I went and looked. And I only needed 2 issues. I needed 2011 and 2012. So I bought the DVD and then promptly sold the 2013 and 2014 on Stash Unload. Thank God. This is awesome. I like being able to print out the pattern. So I went and looked through the 2011 and 2012 issues and picked out my favorites. And my favorites were I'm going to fold this because the pattern's on there. This Halloween pumpkin ornament. That's so cute, isn't it? And that is from Jeanette Douglas Designs. Britter Cup Designs Trick or Treat Kitty. I'm going to fold it again because the pattern's on the bottom of it. It's so cute. Night Owl from the Prairie Schooler. And I haven't stitched an ornament in a really long time, so these would be cool little finishes. Oh, that's the pattern. This one I've loved for a long time too. Smell My Feet by Lottie Da. And this reminds me of the Lottie Da, the one I just bought. Yeah. These would be some quick finishes. Tombstone Angel by Carriage House Samplings. I really like that. Yeah. Now this is a little bit different, but this would look really cool. It's called Spider's Garden by Turquoise Graphics and Designs. Look at that. And there's like beads and stuff in there. That's really cool looking. Like I said, I got so much to stitch. My Pretty by, I don't know who it's by because I didn't print out the pattern, but here's a picture of it. Someone is actually stitching this on Facebook. I've seen the progress pic or Instagram. I really like it. Did I not say I could stitch all year on Halloween stuff? Spells by the Stitcher Hood. And I'm going to have to fold this interesting way because there's a... Let me just like... Yeah, see that? I would like probably change that to like a black though. That's like a gray. And then of course, from Primitive Hair, The Town of Halloween. I could have a whole damn wall of Halloween stuff. This one, oh my God. I totally, utterly love this. And I'm pretty sure it's Alessandra Adelaide. It's called Halloween Motif Pumpkin. Look at that. The purple. Oh my God. I totally love that. And then the last one. Now, I really like this one, but I don't know if I'll stitch it. And I'm pretty sure it's by Praiseworthy Stitches. It's called Trick or Treat. Yeah, I really like that. I like how the words go around the outside. I'm a sucker for like borders and neatness and stuff. Okay, so all that I found. Now, you watched my video. I was coveting. Good Lord, can I talk today? Mill Hill kit. Someone on Instagram had finished the Moonstruck one, so of course I had to go get that. But man, holy crap. Look at all that. The thread, and there's like 8,000 beads in there. I don't know when I'll get to that. It's so, and it's solidly stitched. I mean, it's 5 by 5. That's a solid 5 by 5 square of stitching. Okay. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery released some older patterns out of their vault of patterns. Of course, I had to go get them. I bought all 3 of their Candy Corn Costume Party, which, oh my God, these are like the cutest things ever. Here's number 1. Couldn't you just die? The vampire. Here's number 2. My God, look at the jailbird, or the person in jail with the, yeah. And then number 3. Look at the princess and the ladybug. Oh my God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Okay. I got my bag of the month from So Much to Love, and I get the Halloween one. Oh, isn't that cool? And I have a project in here. What do I have in here? Something I'm going to stitch. Oh! I have the Oodles of Autumn from Bent Creek, because that's going to be one of my rotation projects when I'm done. The Autumn Bird. Okay. Now, fabric. I got in a bunch of fabric. I got in some from Stephanie. Let me try to go through those. I got 2 pieces from her. I got chocolate milk, which I had never ordered before, and I really like it because it's a really nice neutral. Yeah, that'd be good for one of those Halloween pieces. So I might have to order, maybe I should be ordering that soon, right? Get some more of that. That's a really nice, and I get all 32 count Joblin, so I really, really like that. And then I also got Twixt and Tween. This is another one that's good for Halloween. Yeah, like a grayish, purpley. It's hard to, yeah. So I got those 2 from her. I did get a piece of Fantasy Dyed Fabrics in this week. 32 count Joblin. No name because they're all just one-offs, but, and it's not showing up really. It's more like a pinky gray. Pink, gray, white, aqua, bunch of colors. Pretty. Love her stuff. I'm stitching the Autumn Bird on one of her fabrics, so. And then I got in some fabrics. In addition to that Dark Goddess one from Sparklies, I had ordered 2 other ones that I got in. Autumn Glow, which is another neutral fabric. It's more like a Autumn Glow. It's like a yellowy neutral. Yeah. And all of her fabrics I get are the 32 count Murano. So I got that. And then I got Shades of Autumn, and I really like this one. This has like greens and pinks and yellows and, yeah, pretty. Let me try to fold that in half. Yeah, that gives you, yeah, I like that. Okay. Now, We know my silk weaver hatred. That's the only word for it. The only way to buy their fabric is on Stash Unload or eBay that someone's already got it, where you don't have to wait for them to dye it, because that's some bullshit. You saw my unboxing and my PayPal claim and all that. I did get a piece on Stash Unload, and I've only stitched one time on opalescent fabric, and I really liked it. This is a 32 count opalescent Lugana. There's no name, so I'm guessing it was like a solo maybe. I got it on Stash Unload, and the price on here says $35. I only paid $20, I think. It's a big piece. It's 24 by 27. So I could cut this up and... Yeah, this is a big piece of fabric. But yeah, and it's all sparkly. Yeah, I really like that. So I'll be putting that to some Halloween stitching use or something. Definitely. That could probably go for more than one project. I did get my Pole Stitches Fabric of the Month in, and I just canceled my membership with them. I haven't really cared for the past couple fabrics I've gotten. This one's not bad. It's called Pastimes, and this is 32 count Murano. It's some busy fabric though. So, I'm not selling it. I'm going to keep it. Something will have to catch my eye to go on that. So that was all my fabric. Now the last thing for stash that I got is, remember I talked about the Christmas cross stitch book that I had signed up to get, and you can preview it, and if you don't like it you can send it back. I got it. I got it on Saturday. Now I'm going to do a separate video where I flip through this because the book's pretty thick and there are some cool projects in here, so I'm going to keep the book. And they also gave you this for free. Now I can't flip through this because the whole thing is just the patterns. But here is an idea of what's in it. Now the book was $25 and that included shipping, so not bad. They'll let you pay it all at once, obviously, or you can pay $6.50 a month for 4 months. I'm just going to pay it all at once and be done with it, because if I don't, it's going to run into next year when I'm not buying anything. So, okay, that was it. That was all my stuff. This is 41 minutes. Holy shit. And I'm going to have to insert pictures, so it's going to be even longer. The last thing I want to tell you is my favorite dessert. Now, if any of you watch Shark Tank, only one grocery store in my area sells this. Well, 2, but the other store is Whole Foods and it's not in my area. It's like 40 minutes away, so I'm not going there. The Cookie Dough Cafe. This is cookie dough without eggs in it. Now, I've eaten regular cookie dough plenty of times and never gotten sick, never had a problem. This stuff is the bomb. I always get the chocolate chip because it has chocolate chips in it. They also have one that's called Monster that has M&Ms, peanut butter, coconuts, got a bunch of stuff. They have cookies and cream. And then they have Naked, where it's just the dough and no chocolate chips. This is my favorite. This is almost always sold out at the grocery store I go to. Now it's pricey. It's $7.99 for this tub. I will go through a tub in a week because I eat a little bit of it like every night as a snack. So just saying, if you can get this in your area and you like eating raw cookie dough, holy shit, get this. Yeah. Okay. That's all I got to talk about. Oh no, I forgot to show one thing from haul. Ow, damn it. When I ordered the Q-Snap Grime Guard, the autumn one, I also got a Halloween one. Isn't that cool? And this was also from Abby. Little fox face. Oh my God, I've become obsessed with foxes too. And I ordered she had 3 other fox needle minders. I ordered them. I have to have them. Like I said, I'm going to be friggin' stockpiling until January 1st. But yeah, so, okay. That was it now. I'm done now. I hope you all have a great week. I will probably not do another video until next week, my normal time. So until then, happy stitching, happy stashing, and I'll see you soon.